12-inch figure fanatic. Remember to subscribe. Today we're going to be opening up the freshly released Stranger Things Jim Hopper from Threezero. If you haven't seen the reviews of my other Stranger Things figures from the past releases, be sure to check those videos out. This is the newest one in the lineup, and I was hesitant to get this one just because he's really not part of the main cast. He's more of a supporting role. I'd rather have Winona Ryder's character than this guy, but you know, I did it for you guys. Probably get rid of this figure later. Let's take a closer look and see what we got.
So Jim Hopper, he's gained a little weight, but it hasn't stopped him from acting. I forget his actual name, but he was in the Marvel movies, and I think there's another one coming out soon, and he's in it. So it's got a Velcro window, and can't really see his head through there. So it's interesting the way they did that. It kind of defeats the purpose of having a display window when you can't even see the head because it's hiding behind the logo here. Officially licensed by Netflix, of course. Now this box came damaged. This isn't the first time that I got a box from Sideshow that was poorly packaged. So some of you might be gasping if you're one of those people that really makes a big deal out of keeping the priceless integrity of the exterior packaging. This is definitely a no-go. So you might have been the type of person that would return it and ask for a new one. But it is what it is. Let's see here. All right, so you got the instructions here. And it looks like newspaper and a photo. Let's see here. So yeah, it looks like The Boy Who Came Back to Life. So this is a nice little addition here. I like it. And very, very retro, definitely 80s. Now you could tell it was scanned, and it was scanned very poorly because look at how this is warped right here. The lining just doesn't match up. It looks like it's backwards too. So this is the back of it, and then this is the front. And technically it should be bent like this, but see, if you go along the natural crease that was made, when they scanned it in, it even has this shadow here from where the actual line was on what they scanned. So that doesn't look right. Kind of the same thing here too. So very poorly done, I'd have to say. Not a good way to start. And then you have this little photo, right? Not quite Polaroid size, not quite wallet size, just kind of weird sized. And then the actual instructions, description of all the contents, the accessories. Let's take a look at the actual figure. So it's a little stocky, as it should be, right? He wasn't thin in the show either. It's got some padding in there. The legs are a little bit thicker. Not padded though. It seems like it maybe either they put a plastic slip on top of the natural leg, or it's a special leg mold. But pretty good in the head sculpt. Something slightly off, maybe. Now he has a very dramatic brow line, but it doesn't really come out in the head sculpt as well as it could. Especially at this angle, there's something a little bit off about it, but it looks well enough. You can definitely tell it's him. So the badge here, very metallic looking, even though it's made out of plastic. It's got a good shine to it. Same thing with the nameplate here. And it's got some patchwork here. And it doesn't look like it's going to come off. Sometimes when you get these military figures and they've got the patches, they come on a sort of sticker sheet. And it's not tacky like it should be. And it ends up falling off, especially over time. So the hand is sculpted very well and also painted very well. And then look at the detailing on this. So this is made out of plastic, but it looks very natural looking. And let's see, is that okay? So it's snap closure. I would prefer it to be magnetic closure, but that works as well. And the belt is done very nicely. Belt buckle is made out of metal. Is it? Yeah, that's metal. Shoes are done very well, weathered well. Oh, his head fell right out. Ouch. Okay. So the head is not secured very well. Interesting. Okay. That's a first. Yeah. Definitely an error in manufacturing there. Maybe it should be glued on. I can't tell why it'd be like that. I mean, you don't even need the head to be removable because you're not switching out any head sculpts or putting anything around his neck. So they didn't need to have it so loose. Oh well, put that in the bloopers. So the fit is very good. I like it. And overall, this is a very solid figure so far. Let's see what else we got here. Done very well. See, one thing Threezero has always excelled at is the accessories. They don't really cut corners, and they pay very good attention. So this has a rotatable feature to it, and then it cocks back as well. Very nice. Got a flashlight here. This has a yellow orangish lens in there. Solid sculpt. Got some hands. Here's the hat. Very similar to the Rick Grimes hat with their Walking Dead line. And it's made out of plastic, but it's got sort of a felt covering to it, which is typically done with 1/6 scale figures these days. The old days, they used to have just a pretty thick, awkward-looking, solid sculpt. Indiana Jones figures used to come with that type of hat, and then they switched to something like this. Yeah, works out just fine. A lot of tiny things here. Glasses. And looks like they secure to the head sculpt, hopefully naturally. Oh, holy cow. Something just came off there. All right, so I had to chase down this little tiny piece here. This is the part of the hairline on the head sculpt, and it's got a very tiny magnet there. So it looks like it comes off so that you can put the sunglasses in. But man, would this be easy to lose. Okay, so then we take the sunglasses. See, both sides now, you got this exposed area here. You put the sunglasses in. I've never seen anything like this before. Maybe you're supposed to put it back on. How does that work? Let me read the instructions here. All right, so basically there's switchable hairline pieces here, and this version has a hole in it so that you can insert the ends of the sunglasses. So it's kind of ingenious the way they did that. I've never seen that before. And then it's just kind of magnetic, right? But you can definitely see on both sides where it just kind of sticks out. It doesn't really blend in. So I guess it's better than having the sunglasses kind of stick out in the back like some figures do, but still not perfect. Interesting concept, though. So aside from that, you have a pen, You have a knife. Is that a knife? Yeah. So blade really comes out, and it's got a clip as well. A nicely detailed digital watch. Let's get a close-up of that. Nice clear readout there. Is it upside down? Yeah. There we go. 10:09. It's probably one of the best digital watches I've seen. When I think about, like for instance, the Marty McFly one from Back to the Future, it's not nearly as detailed as this. Okay. And then we have, the antenna just came off. Radio here. There we go. All right, so good detailing on here as well. It's got a readout. That's about it. There's nothing on the screen. And then it's got a clip in the back as well. And of course, you got a few hands. So let's set this figure up. I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, so here he is all set up. And one thing I missed, because it's so tiny, is this little blue friendship bracelet here. And I don't know the context of it from the show. I've seen every episode, but it's been a while. Maybe it was like a friendship bracelet that one of the kids made for him. I don't know. So I put the hat on, and I did notice that it doesn't fit securely. And not only that, it rests slightly too high. It doesn't come down as low as it should. Overall, with this figure, I mean, it has the usual, it meets the usual expectations that you would see with a Threezero figure, as far as the choice of materials, the detailing, especially in the accessories, all the things that Threezero is known for. But I don't know why they just cut corners on this thing. Maybe it's something they just threw in at the last minute. Whoever they hired to make it, though, they should be reprimanded. I won't say they should be fired. Everybody's jobs are valuable these days. But this was an interesting concept that I would have to say I'm not awarding extra points. I'm taking away points, because whether you use this or you leave it natural looking without the sunglasses, you can see a definitive line there from that removable piece on both sides. Also, another thing, and this is just very small detail, but the pen doesn't go down all the way. The clip is sculpted into the pen itself, so you can't push it down like, for instance, you see in the photo here where the clip rests on the outside of the pocket. You can't do that with this pen. Now, what they could have done is maybe have it two separate pieces, and so you pretty much put the pen in there, and then you press in the clip so that it secures on the outside. But they didn't do that, and so it looks kind of weird. And this antenna is loose as well, aside from the head sculpt. I can't figure out what's going on with that head sculpt. I don't know why they made it so loose. But overall, great figure. I'm going to give it a 9.1 out of 10. Yeah, the only points are for those things that I mentioned. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time.